in our time, in my time at Alliance, we've had certain people that excelled right from the get-go, and then we've had other people that need some coaching and some coaxing and some figuring out, and maybe switching positions and juggling things around and saying, okay, what's happening? We need you to be here. Do you like this position? Do you like what you're doing? If not, would you like to try and do this? What are the things that you feel like you're doing well? What are the things that you feel like you're falling behind in? And how do we get you the help that you need? I think a lot of it comes down to special attention in coaching. One of the big misconceptions I think exists in work and probably school and coaching and everything else is that you have to treat everybody the same.
Oh,
I hate that idea with a passion. And I hear it all the time. What you do for this person, you have to do for this person. And it's completely ridiculous for so many reasons.
so
He's going to cook now.
that was embarrassing. You got Chef Tony over here.
They said it in Deadpool.
They did?
They did. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, did they cook?
Mhm.
All right. I'm about to whip out the barbecue right now.
Oh, here he goes.
Yeah.
Kyle, buckle up.
Yeah. On a recent track call with my college coach, he was saying that, right, I'm a 400 runner. And so a lot of the incoming guys are 400 runners. And he's like, all right, just because you're a 400 runner doesn't mean you're doing the same thing that another 400 runner is going to do. Right? My body would react differently than somebody else's body would to a workout. And so he gave the example as there's two really good 400 guys on the team already. One excels with speed and the other excels in endurance. And so to train the endurance guy, it would be dumb if he was doing a lot of speed workouts because that's not how he gets better. So he's doing a lot of endurance workouts with some speed workouts. And for the speed guy, he's doing mainly speed workouts because it would be dumb to put him on endurance workouts all the time. He's doing some because you need endurance to run a 4.
Yep.
But mainly he's doing speed workouts. And so figuring out what works best for each athlete and each employee is probably very draining, but it's going to give you more results. And yeah, like that. Different people are in different spots and they learn differently. And like coach was also saying, like, all right, if you're hurt, tell us you're hurt.
Yes.
Because it would be dumb to put you through these workouts if they're going to hurt you and not make you better. And it's like, okay, so if you're training some guy for work and this training stuff isn't working, he needs to be like, how do you show that he's good to come up to you and go like, okay, this training isn't working. Is there another way I can do this? Is there another position I can have even then? Like what best suits me? Let's find that out. Are there ideas that you have for things that best suit me? Here are the ideas that I have that best suit me. Like, again, keeping it open and having a relationship and having communication is good. Like, I just kind of think of like, how would my coaches do it?
Mm-hmm.
And then I base leadership off of that because they do a phenomenal job.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think again, I'm going to circle all the way back. I'm going to say it all stems from having the relationship. I don't think you can give encouragement to an underperforming employee if you don't have a relationship with them to first identify, listen, you're underperforming. What's going on? This is where you need to be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you this because I care about you and I want to see you continue to grow and have success with us in the company. And I need you to be honest with me and tell me what's happening and what's holding you back. And then the other side of it is sometimes the underperforming employee has to leave.
Yep.
Because you're not going to see eye to eye. You're not going to gel. You're not going to mesh. Whatever, you can do whatever you want, and maybe they just don't care about this job.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't want to learn. Maybe they don't want to get better. Maybe they're just hoping to get a paycheck and go home. And there are plenty of people that are in that boat. And you have to understand that. And I think be okay that you can't solve everybody's problems, and not everybody is always going to be a perfect fit of the team. And that's why work is not slavery, and people are free to come and go as they please, and they can have the job, or they don't have to have the job. But it depends on that individual employee. And Kyle, I hope that helps. Hey, if you have more questions about leadership and things, there is the Global Leadership Summit coming up next week. Uh, it's going to be live at the Willow Creek Church in Barrington, South Barrington. Jack and I are going to be attending that, and learning some more useful skills. And I was actually thinking about doing some live feeds from there, where we can talk about what we're learning and what the sessions were about, and just pouring more out into other people. Andrew agrees with us again. Andrew, I like you. That we nailed it. Employee development is not a one size fits all. It's such a falsehood when they say you got to treat everybody equally,
Yeah.
because not everybody wants to be treated the same way. Um, and but you have to know your employees, and you have to know your team and what they want and what they need from you, so that you can know what you can get from them. Now, I'm not saying you treat one person like crap and then another person you pour into. But I would say that it's a give and take relationship. So if you have employee A who goes above and beyond and says, "Hey, what do you need from me today? Like, I don't have anything to do. I'm looking for some more projects. What can I do? What do you need? How can I help?" Um, that goes a long way.
Mhm.
And then you have employee D or employee F. We'll say D, because F should be fired. But employee
F for
D,
fired.
yeah,
Yeah.
employee D doesn't have anything to do, and they just sit around and wait.
Mhm.
And they try to hide underneath the shadows, so that they don't get caught with nothing to do.
Mhm.
And they're there to get a paycheck, and they don't care about the success of the company. And there are those people, and that's a reality. And I think as leaders, like Coach, you have to be aware of that stuff, and then seek it out, try to figure out what's going on with them.
Yeah.
And if they can't be brought to the productive side of things, then, like Coach, you got to come down on them, and maybe it's time for them to go, and that's okay.
But you gotta do all the other stuff before it comes to that,
Yeah,
you know? You
yeah,
can't just jump there.
right.
You gotta be active in keeping them there.
Yes.
Yeah, and, like, what was really cool that coach did, like, if I brought to his attention, like, "Hey, I got a boo-boo
Yep.
in my leg."
Yep.
Every single day, he would ask, "Hey, how's it going? Is it getting better? What's going on with it?" And, like, through that, I knew he cares. He
Hmm.
wants me to succeed.
Hmm.
So, like, from that, I can be open and honest with him and keep being open and honest with him
Yeah.
and going like, "Hey, kind of still sucks right now. I
Yeah.
don't know what to do."
Well, one of the things that's difficult is that they keep putting more and more guidelines and restrictions on employers and businesses, where you can only ask certain things. Like, if somebody's going to the doctor, I can't ask them how it went. I can't ask them if they're okay. I mean, they can complain and say that I'm being intrusive in their life. Um, so I mean, I honestly don't
So
care. I'm probably going to get in trouble at some point.
that's why you can't. If we didn't have a relationship and I was
Yeah,
out for a doctor's appointment, you came up to me like, "How'd the doctor go?
I can't do
Are
it.
you okay?"
Yeah.
Well, then I can understand people complaining. But if you have the relationship with someone and you're there for all the little stuff,
Yeah.
and you ask, "Hey, how'd the doctor go?" It's not your boss asking you, it's your friend asking you.
Yeah.
or
That's
someone you
true.
know. And so because of that, there's no, I don't know, like there would be less of a chance for somebody to argue that you're just being intrusive and you're instead just checking in on someone you care about.
Yeah.
And they would know that.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I had a moment today. I'm not going to use names or situations or anything, but I had a moment today where a member of our team was out yesterday for personal reasons. And so I came in today and I said, "Hey, it's good to see you here today. I hope everything went well." And he said, "Yeah, we got things taken care of." And I said, "Okay, I'm glad to know. I'm just glad everything's okay." And he went slightly deeper, and so I went slightly deeper, and I shared a little bit about how sometimes it's hard when you have older kids, and you don't know when they need you, and you don't know when they don't need you, and you want to be there for them, and but you also got to give them space, and then we had a moment, but not a moment where we were crying or anything, but it was a moment where we like kind of saw eye to eye, and it all goes back to the relationship. If you can have relationships, then you can get results. Hey there. Thanks for watching the Manufacturing Alliance podcast. If you like what you saw, click here to watch the full interview. Or you can click our channel link here. But either way, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. That's it for now. Take care and God bless.